Dear
Okay.
voters of the West Coast GRC, good night to you. From our campaign, we hope you see in us a credible and trustable team to serve you in the next 5 years. We may not be with you in the last 5 years, but we will be with you every week in the next 5 years to understand and solve your problems promptly. And we will have 100% attendance in Parliament to represent you. Our team is lucky to have Dr. Tan Cheng Bock as our mentor. It takes only 4 years to earn a degree, but a lifetime to build up the trust and credibility through dedication and sacrifices. And that is Dr. Tan Cheng Bock. At 80, Dr. Tan still enjoys good health because his spirit is high and his conscience is clear. Because his heart is always with the people, many ideas that he has suggested a long time ago are still relevant today. We also hope you can appreciate the proven track record that the other 4 of us bring to West Coast to serve you. Unlike most of the PAP's candidates, we have sharpened our skills and judgment in the private sector. After all, the private sector is the one that generates the real value in the economy. The public sector is important, but should remain primarily a facilitator. It is the PAP government over-involvement in the economy that has led to its low productivity and low wages. Not only the PAP's leaders are mainly from the public sector, increasingly, they are also from the military. So we have a national leadership that has little experience in the running of the economy and society. Our team is ready to serve you with our expertise accumulated from our private sector careers. We hope to inject a breath of fresh air into the management of our town council. The most important element in public sector management is not hardware, like building another grand project. It is about software and hardware. For example, at the Pioneer Mall, I noticed, how can you expect the hawker center to serve the people well when the government decides to put it under the management of Kofu, a private company which also runs a food court under the hawker center? Or for example, putting elevators in the wrong location at the otherwise well-built multi-story car parks. Or the incumbent MP failing for years to build a short sheltered walkway to a primary school, which will not cost more than a few $10,000 at the most. And why not more resources are poured into the renewing of the old Boon Lay flats? There are many such seemingly little but very helpful things for the residents. If done promptly, will be far more beneficial to them than another grand project. Our team aims to change the West Coast into a model of ground-up community development with a lot of hardware, the heart. Logan will focus on the management of the West Coast Town Council, Hazel on the development of the younger generation, Jeffrey on the welfare of the older generation, and I on the development of startup ventures to create more opportunities for our West Coast residents. At the national level, we are recommending policies that are totally different from those of the PAP government, because we are tackling the very problems created by them. It is puzzling to us why we were accused of lacking in policies when we have recommended quite a few. To show you 5 examples, we recommended cut back on foreign talents, but government said new carrots must be offered to renegotiate the free trade agreement. Where is our sovereignty? We recommended CPF withdrawals at 55 years old because it's our money. But PAP say no, because you will squander the money away. We recommended en bloc for all existing HDB flats because we are concerned that the property market may collapse if the prices of the old flats decline rapidly. PAP have no concrete solutions yet for all these. We recommended all healthcare insurance premiums, like MediShield Life, to be paid by the government, so that our retirement can have more money, and also to encourage the government to really rein in the high healthcare cost. But the government is more concerned with how to bring in another scheme called CareShield, and then tax our CPF account further. We recommended a standard minimum living wage, which can be administered with human dignity in mind. But PAP sticks to its targeted approach, which is demeaning to the people. So our recommendations are all concrete policies. It is a government that is only doing more of the same, devoid of new ideas. We think we have both the credibility and the concrete policies, and you will be our final judge and not the PAP. However, please do not let fear interfere with your judgment, because it is unwarranted. First, do not worry about the vote being traced back to you. Every step of the voting and counting process is robust, and there are polling agents and counting agents from all contesting parties to monitor each step. After your vote is put into the ballot box, there's no way the vote can be traced back to you. However, it's done on a polling precinct by precinct basis. It is possible for the contesting parties, including the PAP, to know where and which polling precinct is more pro-government or pro-alternative. But each polling precinct has about 3,000 voters, so there's no way to trace back to you again. Secondly, also do not worry about a freak election result with the PAP voted out of power. After polling day, PAP is still going to be the next government. The PAP currently has a supermajority of 93% of the seats in parliament. The PAP only needs 67% of the seats to continue to rule with absolute power, to change the constitution at will. If the alternative camp can win at least 34% of the seat in parliament, then it can deny the PAP of that power. And that will be 32 seats in the new parliament. So you can have the best of both worlds, a strong PAP government and a strong alternative voice. There is no trade-off. And don't fall for the government claim that having 12 non-constituency MPs is good enough. It is not. They are not full MPs. So don't shortchange yourself. You deserve better. Vote for us. Vote for Progress Singapore, for country, for people. Thank you.